Hi, my name is Mirta. Welcome back to this mini series 12 steps on how to beat the bloat and get rid of the muffin top for good and why they are important if you health optimization and prevention is one of your goals as well. So in this short video, I'll be talking to you about the importance of intermittent fasting. Now, a lot of you have heard of intermittent fasting, but I actually am not talking about the more extreme versions in this video. I just want you to not eat at night and just extend your fasting window every day a little bit more and not snack in between meals. Now, why is that? If you remember video number one, where I talked about insulin and how when you're having food and especially sugars and insulin floating around the body, then your body cannot start to tap into its fat stores. It can't burn fat for fuel. So if you're like many of my patients and you constantly have a little snack, even if that's a healthy one, even if that's a piece of fruit or some nuts, it will constantly give your body energy, and then it cannot turn into its own fat stores because it's getting energy. So if you want to get rid of some of that belly fat, you need to allow the body to tap into its own stores. There's another reason why intermittent fasting is important. It's you can think of it as like if you have children visiting or at home and they're running around the living room, you can't really clean up and tidy up, and they're just because they keep throwing things out and it's just a mess. So you have to make sure they go outside for a little while and then you can get everything tidied up properly. Same happens in the body. If we're constantly eating, the body can't really tidy up. It can't really do its thing of healing, assimilating. It needs to have a break so that the digestive tract can calm down. It can clear out anything that shouldn't be in there. Same with our cells. It can that the body can clear out mutated cells, cancer cells, all these things. It can only happen when you're fasted and the body can actually do its thing. Now, how do I suppose you do the intermittent fasting? In an easy way without going overboard. So this is really just if weight loss and that belly fat is your main goal. If you have a real problem like an autoimmune disease or a cancer, then you might have to dial it up a notch, but then work with an experienced practitioner on that. Now, just for you, the easiest way is to either have 2 or 3 meals a day. I don't mind. Um, but if you have them, try and get them earlier in the day than later. So, research isn't quite sure if it is better to have 2 or 3 meals a day. That hasn't been established. But what they know for a fact is that it is not good to eat too late in the evening. That will disrupt your sleep. It will disrupt the way your body metabolizes any of the nutrients. It will affect your next day's insulin sensitivity, how the body responds to food, and it also has been shown to lead to increased inflammation and lots of other things. So that one for sure. Now, if you choose if you choose 2 meals a day, then you can make it fit in your schedule. It could be breakfast and lunch. It could be lunch and dinner. But if you are choosing that, make sure that you don't start your first meal much later than noon, because what research shows as well is that if you wait with breaking your fast, having your breakfast, in the afternoon for the first meal, then that actually has a detrimental effect as well. So if you do that once in a while, because for whatever reason, of course, go for it if your body just feels like it, but don't make it a habit. Don't force yourself to do that because it actually isn't that good from what research thinks right now. What seems to be the better way is to have something small in the morning that doesn't have any sugar, so it doesn't spike your insulin yet. It doesn't get you on that blood sugar roller coaster throughout the day yet. It can still do some cleaning up and healing inside, and it can still tap into your fat stores. So, as an example, that could be a coffee or a cup of tea with some milk if you're dairy tolerant, or with some non-sugar, non-dairy milk if you are dairy intolerant. And then just have that, maybe a little bit of collagen powder in there if you want to give your body a little bit of extra protein first thing in the morning, and some skin and joint support. But then wait with your first meal until late morning or maybe even lunch, not later. Have a proper meal, skip the breakfast meals. They are usually just full of sugars. They're kind of empty, often empty calories. You don't really know what to eat for a breakfast meal. There are usually cereals, there are all these sugary things. So just have real meals. And we'll talk about what that means in a little bit. and then have the second meal anytime in the late afternoon, early evening, and then don't eat again. So that's kind of the rule of thumb to help your body tap into the fat stores and also long term heal and stay healthy. So if you found this helpful, comment below. Also, if you want me to go into more details, if you want the full 12 steps in one go, then also go click in the link below and you can download the full ebook with all the 12 steps and some more detailed information for free. And yeah, let me know if you found this helpful. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video of this little series.